stashing that big pulse gun upstairs was a smart move. I mean, phew, did you see how those two conker cats' heads burst apart? Oh, Archimedes see that plenty all right. Like a couple of wax gourds, that. When Koko-sama hear me shout there be big trouble in the bar downstairs, she zip out of her room all angry like and waste no time, no way. Take that big gun from the trunk on the landing and warn them two troublemakers to behave and be peace-like. But them no listen. Draw nasty on my Koko-sama. Big mistake that, you bet. Koko-sama cut them two baddies down. Me sop up some squishy red goo with a sponge and carry the bucket outside. Koko-sama say she want me to splash the bloody water in the street 'cause komodos like the dirty water. Them dragons hiss and crackle and slurp up that water, you bet. Funny buggers. Like all huff and scruff on the 60. The bats, the itty-bitty boars, the frogs and birds, them dragons half animal, half machine. Me go back inside. When you're done cleaning, make sure you scrub out the mop bucket with a squirt of bleach, okay, Ark? And don't go overboard like last time. Maybe half a shot glass's worth. The flies are on that muck already, and we sure as hell don't need no more mosquitoes laying eggs and spreading disease. Yes, Koko-sama, bleach and bucket. And cage up the good liquor when you're through. Got it. Cage up the good liquor, right. And take a shower. Yes, all good scrubby. Attaboy. Koko-sama blow me a kiss and then throw back her hair. Me like that, how her long hair fall in a beautiful dark wave. Super sexy, my Koko-sama. Koko Martstellar watches Archimedes sleep beside her in bed and blows out a plume of crinkle flake smoke straight at the room's ceiling fan. Yeah, so things got a little out of hand tonight, she thinks. Big deal. Koko knew an incident like this was bound to happen sooner or later. All of the 60s pleasure vendors have been hurting of late, what with the instability in the lower trade markets tamping down discretionary income and all. But honestly, what was the CPB HQ thinking? Opening up the 60 islands to the Conker Cat Reciv ilk? What? Just because they're flush with credits and can afford it? Not to besmirch the heavily promoted ceasefires and the internationals kowtowing to Reciv play niceties, but those freaks are just plumb crazy. After crushing out her smoke in a halved husk of a coconut on the nightstand, Koko leaves Archimedes in bed and slips on a pink silk kimono. She leaves her bedroom and tramps downstairs to check the incoming messages on the bar's central register. The news on the projection prompts is as bad as she expected. The Custom Pleasure Bureau is sending a security detail around in a few hours. The communication indicates it was their intention to be there sooner, but Koko's brothel operation is built on one of the few SI islands without a connecting bridge system. ETA, 9 a.m. sharp. For a fleeting moment, Koko rues not letting those two Reciv Conker Cats just have their way. Koko had been going over the books in bed upstairs when Archimedes cried out for her that there was a problem in the main bar. Archimedes has always been a bit of a fusspot, so Koko figured the boy was merely out of fresh ice or grenadine or something. Not the case at all. Koko stalked right out of her bedroom and instantly knew the score. As her fellow mercenaries used to say back on deployment, the two Conker Cats had jacked up a total BSGD situation. Bad shit going down. Conker Cat Recivs are pretty easy to distinguish from the run-of-the-mill SI patrons, what with their hereditary facial lesions, papery skin, and Chinese heritage. Generations of excessive radiation exposure from smart wars and general malnutrition have a way of muddying up the breeding, and those two were no exception. Loud, too. 8 drinks into a mean drunk loud.